Yes. Who's back?
Dreams that I dream in a world built to run on power.
It's Pansy.
Tough situation, a song only have a lighter. Toss and I turn with ideas that will make things burn. You came across my intention to rule the world.
How's it going, everybody? Let's get started here. Give me a second. Let's pull everything up.
Gotta speak louder. I'll try to make amends for the damage control. Only together we can rule the world. Only together we can rule the world. Only together we can rule the world. We can rule the world. Keep up the speed on a ball that is rolling faster. Move it faster. Goals and emotions are wrapped into one disaster. Handle the problems instead of a lousy lie.
All right. I think it's time to get started here.
To see all that big blue sky.
Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the stream. Hello if you're watching on a VOD. Time to get started. Hello. We are back. So, last week was a bit rough. My son was not feeling well. He had it way more rough than me. I just had a little bit of sleep deprivation, but things are looking better this week, and hopefully things stay that way. Is my FPS low on my camera? I think it is. I need to sort that out. I don't know why that's happening. We'll see. All right, we had a little quick stream for BDO earlier this week. Unfortunately, we just could not keep streaming, but tonight I'm gonna go for at least 3 to 4 hours. That's the goal. Let's see what happens. Probably 3 hours. I don't want to go 4. So that means we're gonna have to be a bit efficient with our time here. My kid, yeah. We're probably gonna have to get tubes for his ears because of the ear infections that just keep coming back. But that's a really small procedure, really quick. Once that's done, I'm sure it'll be fine. He just keeps getting recurring ear infection. That's it. Little dude, but he's good right now. What is running out? We're running out of that. Did I use it up? Oh, looks like I did use it up. Okay. Should have more, right? Yep, we got a lot more. Cool. First things first, let's turn in some fish. Then we're gonna do some grinding. We're gonna grind on the Mystic. After that, there's a new game that's got some trailer or something I gotta take a look at. Then we'll talk about Warborne. I've been playing it for about 6 days now, and I think I got the pay-to-win system pretty much under wrap. So I wanted to make a video to explain how that works, so folks can be informed if they're looking to try that game out. So let's get going here. We're gonna head over to Bokbo. We're gonna turn in our fish. Fishing has been so bad these last few days. Like, it's been abysmal. It has been horrendously bad. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a shadow nerf. Oh, not even breaking 2K for like 3 days straight, or 2 bill for 3 days straight. So we'll have to see what's going on there. So we're gonna just head over there, do that. Oh, hold on. Do I have a quest with this guy? I don't think so. I think I bought everything. Yeah, I actually bought this whole thing out. Crazy. Usually I'm pretty bad about that. Oh wait, wasn't today a patch day? Was it today or is it tomorrow? I feel like I'm behind on something. I need to see. I need to check. Anyway, not too worried about patches. I don't think there was anything really I was looking forward to. I guess the only main thing I wanted was the enhancement UI revamp. So they're gonna revamp this UI, which I'm hoping it makes it a bit more of a pleasant and easier to use experience. The worst thing I hated was like back when we had to like fail stack with reblats. I'm like there for hours just clicking away. It was so mundane. I could never. But I did. And I might again someday, but such a pain, honestly. But we'll see how that goes. We're gonna just go do a quick turn in, then we'll hop over to the queen, and then we'll start a little bit of a grind. I still haven't tried Orbita. I've been meaning to try it on her, and see how far I can push things, but comfy grind it is. Okay. What do we got here? 125, 126. I don't want to sit here hopping around, so we will take that. $2 bill. All right. At least we broke the $2 bill mark. That was a terrible streak. Okay, we had $8 bill in my inventory right now, so I've been meaning to sell some memory fragments, waiting for those prices to rebound. I hope they do. They had a little bit of a resurgence. Someone like bought everything out and got up to 2.4, which is not bad. I needed to go up to like 3 bill or something. If I see it going higher, I might hold, but if it goes like over 3 bill and I can reasonably sell it, I'll probably start dumping. We'll see. I wanted to play the long game and do like, you know, just marketplace PvP, but I really haven't gotten into it. I haven't been keeping up with the prices. Just timing. I don't even get to play until it's like this time. So it's been a bit rough. Oh, I did play a little bit here and there throughout this past week. Mostly on Warborne, enjoying that large scale PvP, but you know, the game has its flaws there. I definitely... Oh, we got some Shining Knights! Let's go! I finally saw that title for the first time. Where's my Shakatu? Nope, that's seasonal. Huh? Really? Where's the Shakatu ones? Should be here somewhere, right? Oh, there they are. Nah, I spent him. I cashed out. I was a chicken. What? They sell these on this? I didn't realize. Oh. We have to do some considerations. Nah, okay. That's fine. Let's get on to the Mystic. So we're going to do a quick grind. I always say quick. It's never quick. It's an hour. It's always going to be an hour. An hour grind is an hour grind. Quick or fast. Or quick or slow. It doesn't matter. Oh. In other news, you know, we've been making some side gains in different games. I'm almost 92 mining. I'm like 17k away on RuneScape. Just been dragging my feet there. I really should do that and be able to mine amethyst, but I don't know. In Lost Ark, I hit 1600 gear score. So that unlocks a little bit of content for me there. And on Ragnarok M Classic, I hit the next job, Archbishop. So I'm like level 94 and 95. So made pretty solid progress there. Quite happy with that. Good old Ragnarok. Should we grind Awakening or Succession? I think I'll keep it on Succession. We can keep things as is. Optimization, effect optimization. Let's send it. We're gonna have to buy all this stuff again. Do we still have the drop rate going on? I believe so. All right, what else do I need? Edonia drop or harmony things. Edonia, give me 4 of those. Courage, give me 3 of these. Take a look at that. Okay, I think I'm good to go. We're gonna hit that. Do I need anything else? Water. Water break. All right. All right. Time for this Gearla to grind. Let's go. So what do I need to do? I need to hit this buff. I need to redo that. Let's get another one. Where's the Olins? Olins Valley. Give me that. Orange Rary. There we go. You know what? It can hold up to that 100,000 pain. Might as well, right? Well, the reason I haven't been using them is copium. Sheer copium here is that what if I get the drop? So, for that reason, I'm not going to top it all the way up, but, you know, one can dream, one can hope. So we'll just leave it as it is there. Sorry, I keep forgetting what my drop rate is with this. Okay. Really? Where am I missing something? I don't know. We're just gonna go with it. It's whatever. Oh no, my kid's still not asleep. I'll leave that to my wife. It's already 10 o'clock. Well, dude, he's not having it. I really should just be the one to put him to sleep going forward. Tomorrow onwards. Put him to sleep, then start stream. My Mystic feels different. They do something? Surely not. Huh. Some of her skills feel snappier. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't think they changed anything. Was today patch day? Edonia gear can craft 1 per week. If you kill Jordine, you get 1 of the fragments per week. The next boss gives 2 per week. The next boss gives 3, I think. I believe that's how it works. So, it depends on what gear score you're at, essentially. I don't know. Something about my Mystic's opening combo just feels a lot snappier. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Very likely. I mean, why would they ever touch Mystic, right? Their skills just feel like they're going off quicker. No, stragglers. Hate it. This is why I have a Dosa tagged. Specifically because of those kind of shenanigans. What can we do? What can we do? That's just how it goes. Some classes are blessed with a large AoE, some are not. Mystic, she has a very mid AoE. That being said, she's awesome. Oh, forgot to turn on my paint. That could have been it. That could have been the All-in piece right there. That few minutes I grinded right there. I don't know why I throw like this, chat. If I get that Olin's piece, like, I swear, I will no-life grind the rest of the merchant ring. Without fail. We'll go till we drop. Or, till they drop. Haha. But yeah, I've been chilling really. In Warborne, I'm not going too hard. I just log in, do my daily stuff, and help out with the faction PvP where I can. I just don't like games where it's like people already have like 1-2 months of experience and I'm starting off fresh figuring shit out. I just don't like that. I mean, there's no way to go around it. I mean, like, all I can do is, you know, be a part of those betas and get in the same XP. What else can we do, right? It just like ruins the experience though. Like, I enjoy like the opening time to like being like special, where everyone's trying to figure shit out. No one knows what's like the most optimal thing, and we're exploring. Like, when we went in, our guild had like a list of approved builds for World v World, or Zerg versus Zerg. It's a very small list when there's like, you know, how many, 20 weapons or something, like so many weapons, but then there's only like 5 in the recommended build, and it's like, it's just so fine-tuned already. Oh, like, it just ruins the experience, you know. Is what it is, I guess. I mean, nothing we can do. Like, Ashes of Creation is cooked, man. There's people who like play that as their main game. I was talking to some homies and they're like, yeah, I quit Ashes. I'm like, it's not even out. Why are you guys quitting? Oh, it's like they played it so much now that they're disenfranchised with the game already. You know what I mean? They're at the BDO stage in Ashes. Oh my god. And I respect it. I mean, there's not many great games to be playing, so I don't blame them trying to go out and find something great. Guys, there's something different about my Mystic. She's just responsive. I don't know what it is. Wait a few months because I can't be bothered figuring out the optimization. Oh, you know, to each their own, for sure. I respect that. Oh, no, it's just the way I want to play it. It's just a fantasy at this point, you know. We're dwelling in the past. I know it's unrealistic. I know. One can dream. Like, just thinking back, like 10 years ago, I was like a titan. I could do anything. I was like fearless, like completely. Like, I'm like, oh, I want to get a high rank in PvP, I'll do it. I want to go cutting edge on WoW rating, I'll do it. It's like, shit. Like, I remember when I went for cutting edge, I didn't have any logs or anything, and I got cutting edge that season. How I did it was I joined a normal guild. I just parsed super high, and then I showed people, like, look how high I'm parsing. And then I joined into another guild afterwards using those logs. You know, did well there too, parsed in the top 3. Didn't start out like at the top. I usually start at middle of the pack or lower, but you know, trial and error, practice little by little, and within a month or 2, I'm there. So, you know, I used to be able to put in the time. You know what really changed is obviously I don't have the time anymore. It's a time factor. We got responsibilities, and I have no regrets about those responsibilities. My only regret is my time for content creation has been down the drain. So we're trying to figure shit out. I need to get that YouTube stuff pumping out. That's it. So today we're gonna record a video. I'd appreciate y'all support if you guys can, you know, take a little watch once I get it out, or catch it live here tonight, whichever. But you know, at the very least, there's something I am experienced enough about, and it's like pay-to-win MMORPGs. I've played plenty of pay-to-win games, free-to-play games, MMOs on mobile and stuff, so I know my shit around the pay-to-win space. So I broke down pretty much everything I see in Warborne, so I wanted to go over that and hopefully give people some insight. So if they don't want to play it, they know what they're getting into, and it's not bad. I mean, you know, every MMORPG is pay-to-win. There's no arguing that. Tell me a MMORPG and I'll tell you how I can pay to win it. I mean, yeah, sure. Some of the things I might say might be against the rules. That doesn't stop people from doing it. You know, there's plenty of pilots in BDO and have been for many years. You know, that's against the rules, but they still do it. That's their money giving them advantage. Is what it is. That's just the nature of the game. I mean, like in MMORPGs, we gotta just decide what's important to us. You gotta find what's fun for you. You know, I got a comment today on a short I made of Throne and Liberty before Throne and Liberty came out. So if you guys haven't played Throne and Liberty, when it came out, the pay to win was considerably toned down from Korea. And honestly, I think it was a fair monetization strategy. I wish they had better costume and they put them out more frequently. That was kind of sad, but otherwise, monetization wise, it was pretty fair. Like, you know, you guys saw me streaming during then on and off, and people in chat would always be like, "Oh, I'm free to play. I'm the same gear score as you." I'm like, "Shut up. I'm yeah, I'm busy." It's like, because free to play players could keep up. They just had to go put in the time. So with MMORPGs, you pay with time or you pay with money. That's just the nature of the beast. So in terms of monetization, is a pretty good one. And I always get comments like, "Oh, this didn't age well." I'm like, "You dumbass, you didn't even play the game." If you played the game, you'd see it did age well. It was exactly as I said. And then this one guy today, he commented, he's like, "Hey, you know what? You can play." Sorry, what did he say? He said, "Hey, you know, you might as well get a minimum wage job and swipe for currency instead of grinding in this game, because that'll progress faster." I'm like, "Sure, but you're kind of defeating the purpose of playing games. You play for fun." And like, when you start think of it like a career, then, you know, then you're in a different space. I mean, if you're a content creator, fair. If you're like trying to be a pro player in a game that has like a pro scene, fair. But otherwise, for the average person, if you start thinking like that, your bucket of games that you can play and enjoy as a MMORPG, extremely small. I'm sorry, but it is absurdly small with the number of games that are available to you that don't have any influence of money. Like, every single game is going to give you a massive influence of money depending on how far you want to go. Like, maybe some people don't want to go like too, you know, against the rules and stuff. That's fine. I mean, I recommend you play every game legit, but that doesn't stop people from doing it, right? Like, people always cheat. People always pilot on BDO. People always, you know, buy gold from gold sellers and stuff. Shit like that. So, like, in every game, there's that influence. So if you start calculating, "Oh my God, IRL money is going to progress you faster," then look at my case. Then, sorry, no streamer in this category is gonna be able to beat me in progression if I start calculating in that terms. I mean, like, that's just how it is. Like, yeah, you can't just look at everything like that. I mean, like, listen, just because you're not playing like Steph Curry doesn't mean you don't play basketball, right? If you like playing basketball, you play basketball. Have fun. It's kind of how it is. And it's like, you know, some games are more pay to win. Some games do need like more infusion of cash initially in order to get you by. For example, BDO, right? Just how it is. Just how it is. So it's like, in that sense, like, yeah, not everyone can afford to play some of these games. Some of them need a lot more infusion in the beginning in order to get you by and get you at least at a decent stage that you can start to grind and compete without spending money. My opinion on that is this: like, if you can't afford to eat at a Michelin star restaurant, you're probably not going to those restaurants. If you can't afford to play a game, don't play it. Simple as that. It's just a game. You're not really missing out too much by not playing Black Desert over freaking free to play RuneScape, right? That's what it is. And even free to play RuneScape's pay to win. Trust me. Everything can be pay to win. BDO is BDO dead? It's not dead. It's not dead. It's, you know, the game's changed, but it's still pretty active. If people are crying about open world PvP, bro, that was like 3 years ago. Get over it. They haven't brought it back yet. I wouldn't hold my breath. So I'd say if there's other things about the game that you do enjoy, if you do like tier 1 node wars and stuff, I know they still play those. You know, there's some siege going on. I mean, it's not like no one's joining at all or anything. So, like, if there's things about this game that you enjoy playing, I say absolutely play. There's no shame in playing BDO. I think it's still a solid game. I have no qualms about it. You know, I just made my peace with it. Like, I think that's the turning point this year for me with this game is like, yeah, it's not going to be perfect. They're going to do changes which seem stupid to me. If they hired me and, you know, gave me at least some bit of autonomy, like, I'm sure I would make this game a esport legendary game. Like, everyone would be wanting to play it. Like, trust me, I can do that. they can't. They have a different mindset to the global audience. That's just how it is. And I made my peace with that. It's like, that's okay. If I'm having fun, I'll play. If not, I'll play something else. And as you guys see, I'm on my review arc. This year, I want to drop at least 15. Well, actually, my goal is a dozen MMORPG reviews. We're going to be a little bit ambitious, try to do 15, okay? So we've done 2. They were just initial feelers, trying to get the process down, and it's been good trial and error. The next 2 will be a bit bigger. It's going to be Warborne and Lost Ark. Lost Ark, we're making good progress, slow progress, but still good progress considering I'm coming back from literally playing on launch and going through the new player experience again. So it's cool. It's cool. We'll probably pull it up on stream probably in a day or 2. Warborne, new game. Unfortunately, people have played the shit out of beta, and they're all going hyper efficient right now. And 95% of my time is just being spent running around for objectives with the guild. The fights are short and quick, and every once in a while we might fight like a Zerg, which is willing to fight back, which is great. But it's a lot more chores than actually out there doing the fun stuff. But that's just how these kind of games go. That's just the nature of that beast, and that's how it's designed. So it's not necessarily bad or good or bad. It's just personal preference for people. Some people like being in that cohesive, structured and organized unit and taking on those massive wars. Like yesterday, like it felt like we were getting like slapped around, but in reality, we were doing really good. I'm in a second guild. We're all new players compared to the main guild, who were mostly people from the beta. So while the main guild was gaining ground on the map, we were holding off the main force of the opposite faction, and we held them off, and then we fought them back into their turf. So in all in all honesty, we did pretty damn good. So that it's like twice in both the wars yesterday, we did the same thing. We were able to hold off a force while the main guild went and took new territory, and it worked out great. I think that's a solid practice, because that's the only way we'll be able to fight 2 factions at once, which we've been doing successfully. So I think it's designed well, because I like playing those large scale Zerg games. I was in freaking Throne of Liberty. I was in Ethereum of all guilds. So I enjoy those large guilds. I like that kind of community. I like the kind of activities they engage in. Back in the day, in like 2016, I was pretty heavy in World versus World in Guild Wars 2 in my server. I was pretty well known as a pug commander, and back in the day, I used to spend a lot of time just leading out pugs in World versus World, doing like smaller objectives while the primary guilds are out there doing the main routes. It was fun. I enjoyed doing that stuff. It's just the kind of gameplay I enjoy. And like World of Warcraft, I like RBGs over arenas. I like that larger scale feel. I mean, 10 versus 10 isn't that large scale, but for WoW standards, for what else? What other content do we get? Like the epic BGs are just useless, but that's just how I lean to. It's not that I don't like doing micro tech. Tech is like fun to do and master, but after some point, it just feels like you're doing a dance. Like for example, in WoW, once you get to like that 2300 rating, well, rating changes each season, so can't really say. But for example, back in like Mist of Pandaria, let's say, back then when you reached that 2300 2400 rating, then it just felt like an absolute dance. Like you see the comp, and there's a certain way you have to play to win, and whoever does the least amount of mistakes is going to win at that point. Everyone's doing their DPS rotation perfectly. Everyone's kicking what they need to kick. And after some point, that variability is just greatly reduced. Whereas in RBGs, like, there's always that wild factor with it. It's just something that I enjoyed more than regular arena content. Marlon, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're just yapping about MMOs. But, Warborne, I think they did a pretty good job. It plays well. It's a pretty good game. They have some issues with like, the way they capped out like maps and stuff, which has been really annoying. So basically, if you're in a map, then it caps it to 200 players. And then if it's like 2 factions going against each other, they're colliding, and they both have people in queue, or the faction with least number of people have people waiting in queue, it's going to boot people from the other faction with more people and balance out the numbers. So a rebalancing will happen, and then it becomes 100 versus 100 instead of like 170 versus 30, which I think it's a good thing, absolutely. But there's times when like I'm in the middle of the ball fighting, and then suddenly I'm kicked out. It's like I just hate the feeling of it. That just pisses me off, and I don't like it. And it does it on like some priorities depending on your faction rank, like, you know, the organization, the ruling guild, the deputies, etc. Then it goes by gear score and stuff. And you know, I just didn't like the fact that I'm getting kicked when I'm in the heat of the moment, like literally recording content, feeling good in the main ball, DPS in, there's like 100 people on each side clashing, and then suddenly just booted out, someone else took my spot. I'm like, well, shit. So in that sense, I think it's kind of shit, but overall, you know, it's been a pretty solid experience. I'm not looking to play it long term though. I might just play it casually, just log in, hop around, derp around every once in a while, join in for one of the big fights or something. But we'll see how it progresses. Right now I'm just like looking to make a review. Today we can talk about the pay to win, and then I'll put up a solid review for next week probably. I need to just go over each of the mechanics of the game and yap about it and stuff, so it will take a little bit of time. I wish I was a lot more quicker on these. It just feels so useless putting out these reviews when game's already been out. But the goal is eventually I'll start probably having to go into betas and make these reviews ahead of time and be one of the people I hate. I'll try to avoid it as long as I can. I'll probably start visiting games which are like been out for a long time and not really putting out any new content just to go and review it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how these initial dozen do in terms of how I'm feeling about it, how they're performing and stuff. But overall, feeling good about it. All right, let's see how this grind's going. How much time? We've been grinding for 20 minutes. That's great. Which buff is this? Oh, not us. So 20 minutes, 6.4k. I guess it's okay. I really don't know. I really want one of those crystals, man. I wish I could get the raw drop. Otherwise, we're gonna have to just wait for the pity. Realistically, knowing my luck, it's gonna be a pity angle. It's definitely gonna be a pity angle, I swear it. Hopefully, maybe once we're into higher end maps, we'll get it sooner. Once we get at least once we get one of the crystals, I'll try to go to like Orbita or something else. I feel like it's at this gear score, sure, even if I can survive and kill them, it just wouldn't be as efficient. I think I'd be better off getting the drops here, getting that first crystal, and then going over. We'll see. We'll see. Is that a straggler just sitting there? Oh my god. So chat, anyone play Throne Liberty's Hyper Boost? I just was not feeling it. I played a lot of Throne when it came out, but I'm just wasn't in the mood to try that out. It is what it is. I'm sure there are a lot of people trying it. I'm sure it was fun for some people, but I don't know. I feel like I don't have time for Throne. There's just the way they structure the in-game loop. Just thinking about it gives me burnout. I'm sorry. I know that the way they structure these is to avoid giving people burnout, but honestly, that's exactly what it does. But hey, we'll see. Meanwhile, me and Ragnarok Mobile, I just auto grind every day. Go and do some dungeons. See if the guildies need some help. Walk them through some dungeons, or they walk me or carry me through some dungeons. I'm a priest. It's a hit or a miss. You get lucky if I'm playing on my phone or if I'm playing on PC. It's the luck of the draw. Now, actually, my priest got a skill where she got a new heal where it heals everyone in the party in a single button. And it does like a percentage heal more than my regular single target heal. So I'm like, okay. So that just like changed my entire experience with that. Made it a lot easier. So great. I'm happy with that. So we'll see. We'll see how that progresses. Man, chat, what are you guys up to? Anyone doing anything interesting? How's the game treating y'all? You guys have been kind of quiet. I hope my stream didn't crash and I've just been yapping to myself for the last half hour. Oh. One thing about the grind in this game is just like the endless grind. I always think maybe I should like go into the marketplace PvP, which I've been trying. Let's see if my first experiment works out. I'm waiting for memory fragments to go up. If it does, you know, I'll post the results. You know, if I post the results, that's gonna make it harder for me to do again, but that's fine. You know I don't like. Y'all know I don't like playing, keeping secrets about this game. If I find something, I'll tell you. That's just how it is. But hey, anyway, you know, the choice is I can buy gear and progress, or I can, you know, take it slow and marketplace PvP and slowly build up a net worth. I really don't know what the right answer is. It would just feel bad if I like spent like 100 bill on like 33k crons and then all my taps fail. I know that's why people will save up to like 500,000 crons, not like 100,000 or, you know, 33k or something. They go a lot bigger, but I swear some of those guys be swipey. It's not easy to save up that much. Ah, the classic Mr. Baiting. What's good, dude? Oh, how's it going? What is this subjugation quest? Why are we only at this? Oh, it's that one. Subjugation number 3. Okay, that's why it's 5,000. All right, where's my merchant ring piece? It's time. Just giga boost me. Give it to me. Oh my god, what are you posting, bro? It would be wild if I actually get the merchant ring piece through the paint. That was one paint I did not want to continue going through, like going for Olin's. Honestly, I just need to stop being lazy and plan out some Olin's grinds and do 2 hours here and there. It's rough though. It's rough. If I do 2 hours of Olin's, then I won't be able to do much else on stream. Because by the time I get there and we're ready, and then, you know, afterwards, it's like I'll be tired. I don't know. That's how it goes. And of course, they still haven't added new party grind spots. That's just how it is. PA doesn't like us working together. They're like, well, if one person quits the game and finds a better game, they'll tell the others. You can't have that. We need to keep these guys in silos. I bet they're like that. I'm like, well, we used to get a lot more party content. I'm like, well, what's wrong with it? Why do they insist that we stop doing that? Just make every spot a party spot. Done. There's some games where if you go up to a place and then someone's grinding, you just immediately party up and say, party? And then you start grinding together. Like even in Ragnarok Mobile, shit. Doesn't cut your XP. You get loot. If your homie hits it, it's like, all right, sure, go ahead, be in a party. I'm like, cool. Even mobile games get it. Even like BDO mobile. I'm sure there are plenty of things that it does that the PC should do, but doesn't. I don't really remember it off the top of my head. People used to tell me. I mean, like, one thing was, like, they had arenas for a long time before we got them. Well, then again, the game came out, like, in, what, 2020? So they're kind of newer on the block. But still, it's like development team mentality, it's going to differ from the player. The kind of information they see and the results they see is going to be different than what we experience usually, because player experiences are very diverse. Really depends on like who you're asking in terms of the player base. Like there's some people who are super hardcore, play the game for like, you know, 10 hours a day. They're going to have a much different experience than the classic the casual player who plays for like maybe 1-2 hours a day tops. From a developer standpoint, who do you prioritize? Some games do prioritize a certain group of players. Some games would be like all players are equal. You know, they should play how they want. I mean, in sandbox game, that's technically what the mentality is, right? So I can see why they don't like they don't just like say, hey, we're gonna focus on PvP content. We're gonna balance around PvP. They try to do a little bit of everything, don't do anything well. I mean, I wouldn't say they don't do anything well, but you know, you can tell it's like some things are there, but they can use a little bit more effort, but it just doesn't come through. You know, that's just how it goes. Each company's different, the way they like to handle things, and I could never just get a gauge on PA. Like, there are other companies I can, like, you know, roughly guess what they're going to do next. Like Jagex, you know, I was able to predict quite a bit of content, and that kind of was one of the biggest factors in me making a lot of money there in the beginning. Back then, man, it's like in the 2013 to 2015 period, man, I made a lot of money. Merchanting was big, you know, before the Grand Exchange came out. And then Duel Arena was huge. Gambling, well, I was a reckless gambler there for sure. But, you know, never got IRL money involved. It's just in-game shit. I was an absolute menace. We used to do things like different styles of not gambling, different styles of dueling. So like the standard way is people just use an abyssal whip or a tentacle whip, just stand still and you just duke it out. But back in the day, you know, we were pures, one defense pures and stuff, and we like to do it with movement on, because like there's a function called PID, so priority in the tick system. So the game runs on tick intervals. Each tick is 0.6 seconds, and any action you do happens on the next tick. So I can click something, I can equip a piece of gear, it, you know, it'll equip it immediately, but if I click on the ground to move, the movement happens the next tick. If I click on something to attack, the attack happens on the next tick. So there's some things which happen instantly, there's some things which are bound to tick. So most of the movement, most of the combat and stuff, that's all tick related. So unless it's explicitly you know, coded somewhere else, but I don't think there is anything like that. I think everything pretty much flows into the tick system for combat even now. But back then, what we used to do is we used to duel with movement ons just so we can manipulate that. So if you had PID, that means you had the priority. Your attack lands one tick faster than the other person's. So, you know, essentially you're hitting first. So you get a free hit and you have advantage. So with the movement on, you can actually reverse it. So like what we used to do, there was like a trapdoor on there. So we used to run the corner and do these weird movements in order to juke them out and switch the pit over to yourself. And you know, there was some skill involved in that. With that, you know, that was actually kind of skillful. And then there was like pure gambling where people would just stand there with a whip and just hit each other. So, you know, made a killing off that. I was just a little bit better than others in terms of that pid swapping mechanism. So that's kind of that was kind of one of the big ups for me back then. And a lot of the wealth I made on RuneScape then, I just like kept it, because every once in a while I'll guess, okay, this is gonna get buffed, this is gonna change. Like the sites, like they were down to like 350, 400 mil at one point. Now they're like well over 1 bill. Made a killing off that. I had 5 of them. So it's like it's like little things like that here and there, just gambles, because it's like, don't think it was gonna drop any lower than that. It was still a rare item. And of course they eventually buffed it, and of course new bosses came out where it was Abyss. So shit like that. But the thing is, the most common thing is with all of those games is that I had time. I could put in a serious amount of time into those games and be able to, like, you know, master it to that point, to understand the market, to make those decisions and stuff. Like for BDO, I want to spend my money. Like I have like over 110 build cash just sitting there. I could have been buying up stuff in the name of investment all this time, but I'm like, I just don't know. And it's so hard to predict, like with some of these items. Like for example, memory fragments, that's such a risky thing, because you never know when PA gets money hungry and they're going to keep releasing those RNG boxes which drop a shit ton of memory fragments. They could just do that every single week perpetually, and I'd just be cooked. So it's like a bit of a gamble. So we'll see how this first batch of things you know, play out, and then we'll see if it is a worthwhile thing to do. I'm worthwhile, yeah, it's definitely going to be worthwhile, but That's just the nature of it. Like these games, you can never predict it. I can never predict PA and their mentality of all of things. Like they were always so hard for me to guess. Like with especially with classes, they always come up with the weirdest shit out of nowhere. And here I am just asking for a goddamn necromancer. Like, is that so hard? Yep, I guess it is. Man, even Warborne has something that's closer to a necro than PA ever will release for us in BDO. It'd be hilarious if freaking Crimson Desert gets a necromancer before us. I will cry. That will be the worst. I swear that is a serious likelihood. I don't know what they have against necros. You know what? It's not that necros they hate, it's that I keep saying make it a male class. That just goes over their head. They're like, nope. It's like the meme of that one guy gets thrown out the high-rise building. He's in the office room and then he says something pretty deadpan obvious and it's like out the window. I guess they can make the necromancer a female class, but it just wouldn't be the same. Rough. Man, here's like some companies who are like not in tune with player base. Blade and Soul was a hilarious one. I didn't even know they were having a freaking reboot with Blade and Soul Neo. I didn't even try it. Didn't even bother. It's like Blade and Soul was hella fun when it came out, but I remember going back to it in like 2019, I think. 2018 or 2019, and dude, that shit was so absurdly pay to win. It was hilarious. Mega Pain, what's good, man? When they pump out another cron fishing, when are they gonna pump out another cron fishing rod? Well, it's almost Christmas time, right? Just a few more months. Just drag it out, bro. Drag it out. You got it. Oh man, can't believe it's almost Christmas. Just 3 months away. Already on Q4 now. Crap. Where the time has gone. I was so motivated multiple times this year to just go super hard with content creation. It's just so hard without sleep, man. Sleep deprivation is the worst. Just slowly saps away at you. Slowly beats you down, drains you. One of these days. You know what? I'm gonna probably take a week off of work and I'm gonna just stream 18 hours a day. Okay, 18's pushing it. We're gonna stream like 10 to 12 hours a day, as well as make content, record videos and shit. Let me just live my dream for a week or something. I'm like trying to do this with work, with all the other responsibilities. It's just rough. But right now, I'm like at least I'm not burned out. I can sit here, I can grind, I can talk. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm just like waiting for my time to free up. Hey. Just so much shit. I'm freaking turned in my taxes. Finally finished that. That was a fucking nightmare. Usually I finish up early in the year because give me my money, man. I didn't give it to you for an interest-free loan. Give it here. Right? But this year it goes a bit more complex, unfortunately. And speaking of taxes, they're taking away my EV credit. Well, I say my EV credit as if I have an EV vehicle. I always like stayed away from electric cars, man. I'm like, maybe somewhere down the line once there's more options, and now there are more options. Before I was like just like a few companies here and there, BMW, Mercedes, they're all just touting like models, like, not really released and stuff. But now, exactly as I predicted, in 4 to 5 years, it's gonna be a lot more options. And what do we go with? We go with Tesla. Of all the options we had, we went back with the OG. Only because the price makes sense, and it's like we want the FSD. My wife really liked it, and I liked it as well. My brother-in-law has a Tesla, so we tried it out and when we went to visit them a couple months ago. So that should come in soon. That'll be fun for a bit. Oh, VA? What's VA? I'm 24/7 fishing. Aw, bro. You have the Grandpa Cron fishing rod, right? Mega Pain, what's VA? What are you talking about there? EV? Oh, what are you talking about though? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, you mean we're blocking their EVs from entering the market, or well, what did you mean by that? Just clarifying. I know mine's not coming from China. That is coming from freaking Austin, Texas. They actually sent the invite for me to go to the Giga factory there and tour it as well as pick up my car. I'm like, bro, oh shit. Careful, 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 careful. Why are we taking so much damage? 5,000 car percent tax. Rightfully so. There would be like, oh no, 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 get out of there, get out of there. What is fucking me up? What the hell? Rightfully so. Those Chinese cars, they come out at a much lower price point. And I've been hearing like, you know, some issues with them, but every car has issues. You know, some have more issues than others, but I don't know how these stack up to other cars. I see that they have like, there's videos being posted, influencer videos obviously paid for, but you know, still a video is being posted about like all the features they have and a lot of great features and stuff. I can see that. But they make it at such an absurdly low price point. Yeah, I can definitely understand the reason why we blocked them from the market. Like every country, you know, like no one can compete with like a mass produced Chinese vehicle. It's just so much cheaper in every way, shape, and form. Like just sourcing the materials to the labor, the factories, the each individual components, just so much cheaper all around for China to do it. So I can definitely understand everyone's you know, well, at least as far as the US intent to block it out. I can definitely understand that. And personally, I wouldn't take a Chinese vehicle. I just wouldn't. Uh do I trust car manufacturers? Usually no, but you know, you're just kind of hedging the odds there. You know, do I think Tesla's a, you know, a saint of a company? I don't. But, you know, I would rather take my chance with something that was built about 200-300 miles from me than something coming around from the other side of the country where I'd have to drive and, you know, I'd have my son in there as well. It'd be like, me alone, that's one thing, but risking others, nah, I'm good. It is what it is. Man, have you guys been keeping up with the astronomy news? Have you guys heard about 3i Atlas? My dad was telling me about it. I'm like, Dad, you need to get off the news. He's like so in panic about all this policy changes and stuff. I'm like, just go with it. Administration changes every 4 years. Whichever side you like, the other side will come back. It's okay. But it's like he was telling me, oh my god, there's this spacecraft coming over here. I'm like, what spacecraft? He's like, did you not hear 31 Atlas? I'm like, I'll look into it. It's 3i Atlas, and apparently it's a interstellar, you know, pretty much a UFO. People think I know some astronomers have come out and said it's a comet, but a lot of people, conspiracy people, have made cases why it's not a comet and its behavior. I mean, speed wise, we've heard of, oh my god, this guy's just clapping me here. We've heard of comets traveling at that speed. It's not that it's unheard of, but I think what really spooked people was the trajectory. And the way my dad said it was like, it's going through all the planets and now it's coming to Earth next. It's like going around and doing a lap around all the planets. And now it's headed to Earth. I'm like, I don't know about that. Oh my god. I mean, if let's just hypothetically say there is an alien race that was coming over here, I don't think we'd know about it. I don't think we will. Like, in order to bridge the gap between two solar systems, let alone like two galaxies or something, it is immense. There's no known technology to us, and even if it's aliens who did it, they would be so far advanced that we wouldn't see them slowly cruising around these planets. There might be, but I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure, you know, they wouldn't be slowly going around. They're not going slow by any means. 250,000 kilometers per hour is not slow, but like, I'm just saying, we probably wouldn't see them. taking a little tour around our solar system, then slowly heading towards us. I mean, even us, as basic as humans are, we are capable of throwing bombs in the air. It's like I'm pretty sure if something's coming at 250,000 kilometers an hour, yes, it's difficult to hit, but with enough data, we could probably predict the path and make it happen. Or don't underestimate the genius of human projectile technology. I mean, we love shooting things, we love flying things, we love shooting bombs, firing rockets. We'd figure it out. So I just don't think if there is an alien race out there, bro, we're not going to hear about it. They're certainly not going to be taking a tour around it unless it's probably like some alien family just on a family vacation or something. But highly doubt that. Very unlikely. I'd say that. They want to flex on us? Bro, if they want to flex on us, there are plenty more ways. Have you guys seen the Three Body Problem on Netflix? I actually like that show. Oh, I'm waiting for the next one. That was very silly in a lot of ways. Extremely silly, I'll say, but I like it. I like the show. But anyway, it's very unlikely. It's probably just a comet. Something people are saying is like, well, it's emitting its own light. Well, comets don't generally do that, and the way its tail is a bit different. This one has like a greenish glow, and it's like, you know, it's not normal. Okay, it's probably not normal. There's probably an explanation to why it's the color it is, why it's doing what it's doing. For fuck's sake, it went past the sun. Nothing went closer than that comet next to the sun, and it wasn't pulled in by the gravity because it's going so fast. It's probably not a normal object. Once it's closer, it is coming closer to us, so hey, we'll get a good look at it then, huh? Oh, what about the rapture? Any relatives missing? No. Well, we're not on that side of the religious spectrum. Oh. Yeah, what is this? Oh, that's the debuff. Anyway, I thought it was just funny. We'll see what it is. I mean, I really hope it's not an alien thing here to eat on us. I highly doubt it is, but the chance is never zero. Is what it is. Imagine if it was, and we did confirm it's a goddamn alien race coming at us. What would we do? It's like, what the fuck would we do? I'm like, why is all this shit happening in my lifetime? Why? Why couldn't it happen 1,000 years from now? Why couldn't it happen in the past? You know what? It probably did happen in the past. Cue in our religions, starting with Hinduism. Oh, man. I swear, the basis of Hinduism is extraterrestrials. I looked into it. Shit's wild, though. I love it. Some of the stories are hilarious. The way they describe time dilation is crazy. I'm like, you idiots. Did no one tell you about this? Then again, I think about it. Everyone who tried it, you know, are probably coming back like a million years from now. So it's like, nope. No one told them about it. That's just how it is. People are wild. But I'm hoping we don't have to deal with the aliens or anything anytime soon, if ever. I'm perfectly fine with us being alone in this lonely universe, okay? I'd rather not open up any sci-fi movies here, okay? Jesus. In the three-body problem, they take up the avatar as humans, and they ask them, so do you guys actually look like this, or are you something different? And the response was, no, this is for your benefit. Like, what horrendous monstrosity is coming over here? Oh, like shit. Is what it is. I saw a clip, well, a short of Ender's Game, the last scene on it, and I was going through the comments. If you guys haven't read the book or watched the movie, so in Ender's Game, during that last scene, they thought it was one final test before they're being deployed to the real deal, but that final test was just you know, It was actually the real thing. They just bamboozled the kids and made them, you know, think it was a test, but it was actually them controlling the actual forces and shit. Anyway, they stopped the enemy, the alien race. So what someone said in the comments, I don't know if, oh shit, run. I don't know if it's true. I haven't read the book, nor do I plan to, but apparently those aliens are like a hive mind, and then they realized that we weren't, and that we were individuals, and once they realized that, they backed off and didn't want to continue messing with us. But of course, we chased them down, and then we jumped their planet. And of course, eventually wiped them out. I thought it was kind of sad. I'm like, well, why would you not want to? Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a hive mind, or maybe they weren't a hive mind and they just wanted to feed on hive mind races, they maybe saw them as inferior. I'm like, just the whole dynamic of it. It's like, imagine you're a race and you're like stereotyping an entire other race on some faraway solar system and some faraway planet. It's like, shit, they are like us, just like us. Stereotyping people in some faraway country. It's like, they must have been like, these stupid hive minds, let's go kill them and take their planet. Give us your resources. Reptile brain, I'm just yapping about random shit here. I'm doing a grind, an hour grind here on my Mystic. Then there's a video. I want to watch some new MMORPG trailer. I was meaning to watch it in the last stream, but yeah, that was not going well. So anyway, then I wanted to go over the pay-to-win systems in Warborne and just put that out on a video so people know what to expect if they're looking to play it. I don't think it's a bad game. I'm playing it on the side right now. I'll keep it going for a few weeks, see how I like it, and maybe do a follow-up video after my first impressions review and see if I change my mind or something. But overall, I just want to make a video so people know what they're getting into in case they're interested. But yeah, otherwise just chilling, man. How are you doing? How's the game treating you here? I'm like getting wrecked here. I'm like, me go to Orbita? Hell no. Even these frog dudes are like messing with me. What the hell am I gonna do in Orbita? Just stuck on what to do? What do you mean? Like gear progression, or what actually to go and physically do? Or tell me about it. Let me see if I can help you out. We're just on the usual grind. No, no yawn. No yawn. God damn it. Music time. No yawning. We got shit to do. We got content to do. Been trying to snipe crons to progress Karazad accessory, so just been saving up money. Which server are you on, and can you just buy the debos? It's one thing to look at the cost value between Karazads versus debos, but man, saving up cron stones by pre-ordering costumes is a bitch. I hate it. The worst thing, I swear. I remember back when I was like streaming full time for a month. It's like, oh my god. I'm like, I wanna go for my Pan Black Star Awakening. So I had a Gotta ride. I'm like, oh, we're gonna save up cron stones. Let's wait till we have 50 costumes before we tap. I caved in at like 27. I'm like, I just couldn't do it. It just took so long. It's taking so long for it to fill in and stuff. And hey, all right, you're better off there, but I don't know. Must be nice being able to grind the new spot. This isn't the new spot anymore. 3 new spots. Wait, 2 or 3? More new spots came out after this new spot, Mo. This is no longer the new spot. Oh, new to me. How are you doing, man? What's your gear at? Are you in progressing? Like, are you trying to progress? What's the deal? Oh, dude. I've been playing all sorts of games. I've been on Warborne. I've been on Lost Ark. Just hit 1600 gear score on Lost Ark today. That was pretty nice. I like that. Now I can unlock a little bit more content. Progress a little bit more. Bought a Pendebo earring. Can't do any more and save up for... But I can't do it anymore and save up for a ring, so I'm blowing up my money. Bro. Why you gotta be like that? All you do is just AFK fish. You'll eventually have enough for a Pendebo. How far are you? Tell me where you're at. Are you like tapping Debos or are you in the Karazad game? Oh, rough. Pendebo or bust? Hey. Well, how many taps? How deep are you in? You know, if I get one more AP point and I get one of the Idania crystals, I should be able to hit 1700. I think that would put me in a good spot. Nine on ring, 8 on earring. Did you hit them or are you still going? Going, yo. How many cronstones is that per tap? Is it like 11,000 per tap? Remind me again? No crons? Oh, you're all tapping? Ah. I don't know, bro. You should have just saved it, honestly. But, hey, I wish you the best. I hope you get your Debos soon. Did we actually get 11 of these this hour? Really? Did they make it? Was there a patch today? Did they change anything for Mystic? My Mystic feels a bit more zippy than usual. Something about her. Can't really explain it. Well, she's dunking on these mobs. 2372, I want to say. My fishing mastery. Would never tap accessories. That downgrade is absolute bullshit. Oh, 100%. I'm with you there. Buying is the way to go. Leave the tapping to the gamblers. No! Almost died there. If you learn anything from real life, those at the top are just serial gamblers. Leave it to them. I'm a gambler, Monka. Well, my friend, I wish you the best. I hope you get your taps. And I hope you don't burn out with that. Oh, it's rough though, Mo. It's rough. This game's progression, dude. I'm on my review arc right now, so the next the first two reviews I did, a bit light, you know, something a bit more chill. You know, Ragnarok and Classic, Aeon Ascend. Next ones are going to be for Warborne and Lost Ark. We're going to start getting a little bit more serious there. After that, I dare say it's time for New World and Guild Wars fucking 2. Oh, that's going to kill me. I'm going to spend like a week of no-lifing the quests. Like literally every spare minute I'll have to play, I'm going to put it in doing quests. And then the next week or two is going to be actually progressing. Let's see how that goes. You know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to get in. I'm going to go in with like this whole solid plan. And I'm going to just say fuck it and just play structured PvP for 3 weeks straight. And I was like, so yeah, here's my review for Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I think the meta right now is a pretty stagnant. You want to have at least 2 loadouts you're comfortable with, depending on the team comp you're playing with. If you're queuing in with others, same shit. Yeah, New World, I never really gave a shot. I never really got to the end game and enjoyed the content. I'm gonna see what's there. I'm gonna join a guild and try to experience it properly. I'm putting honest first impressions. This year's goal is like get all the first impressions out of the way, and next year we'll be going back every time there's like patches and stuff and things to revisit each year. So that's kind of like I'm trying to get all those initial ones out of the way. Dude, these crystal things are dropping like hotcakes. What the hell? Did they change anything today? Was there a patch? I need to go check. Or is tomorrow the patch day? Dude, like, what the hell? It's crazy. Alright. Where you at, mobs? Right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How much time do I have? 1 minute? Oh my god, the time has flown. My chat has been extremely quiet, so I appreciate anyone who spoke up here. Especially you, Mo. Good to see you again. Good luck on your journey. I laugh because I'm like, I'm dooming my friend to the hells of tapping. Mo, why? They're so cheap. You could have just bought the damn things. We get free money for just fishing. Ion 2? I don't know. I didn't even see the new dev thing. The dev log. Everyone's been posting videos on shit. I'm like, I'm busy. I need to look into it. I really want to like make my own guild and everything and go into it like properly, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll probably have to join a guild. This time around, I'll probably join a streamer guild and just do it for content. It is what it is. You need to invest? Okay, what are you working with? How much money you got? How much mastery do you have? Because I've been fishing since I had like 1600 mastery, okay? Even with 1600, that's 1.5 bill a day. If you have one of the pay-to-win rods. If you don't, you can be making a bill a day. Shit adds up, you know what I mean? Edania something did something. Zephyros. Not us. Oh well. Oh, our buffs are done. We are gonna die here. Everyone watch the screen. No. Kidding. I will live. Haha. Baited. Take that, Doomers. I forgot to use my horse buff. That's what I was forgetting. Chat, you're supposed to remind me. $17-ish K? 18-ish? I don't know. Oh, nice little cash stack coming up. No debos this hour. But goddamn, 15 of these? Holy shit. 15 of these. That took us from 35 to 50 in an hour. Hold up. I have to check this. Is there actually... What the hell is that? Why is my restream chat so slow to update? What the hell? I see Mo type 1700 into Twitch chat. I don't know why the restream chat isn't showing up. That's weird. Alright. Let me check. Since no one's gonna answer me, chat. Nope. No change. I guess tonight is the patch night. So let's see. BDO. 15 though? That is immensely carried. What the fuck? Crazy shit. Alright. Season pen B boss gear ×2 ultra fast leveling. I don't know what that means. Well, we're gonna find out. RNG will pay you back. I mean, I've been having shit RNG then. Like maybe that was the normal RNG or a little bit above, and I just been having garbage RNG all this time. Okay, let me switch off here. So seasonal. Holy flashbang! Sorry. Excuse me. Something seasonal. Seasonal something. Okay, let me just see here. Is there patch notes? Yap notes? Yes, there are. What's new on the yappage here? So yeah, that's the new event starting. Bunch of new player. I guess newbie player bonuses there. Nice. That's cool. Ultra fast leveling with season. Speed up Ornate on Ordeer's Essence. Login for Cronstones as the moon. Okay. Class changes. Today's patch brings balance changes for several classes in PvP. Following the recent damage calculation formula overhaul, we've been gathering and analyzing data, and this update reflects those findings. We've strengthened the classes whose core skills were underperforming while reining in skills that dealt excessive damage, especially long-range ones. In addition to adjusting damage, we've also improved combos and overall handling for classes that felt cumbersome in PvP. Separately, we'd like to note that we're carefully reviewing burst skills with floating and air attack, which can inflict massive damage in an instant. Which class is doing that? I want to know. Sork received adjustments to bring her PvP performance more in line with her intended playstyle, especially for those skills with whose damage felt low. Okay. Berserker, Awakening Berserker now has super armor on ground lifting to improve combo stability, and the floating effect in PvP will only apply if you learned core ground lifting. However, if you haven't learned core ground lifting, comboing into the next CC after switching to Awakening with the Frenzied Destroyer into ground lifting combo from the main weapon grapple skill becomes very difficult. To resolve this, successful grapple with the main weapon now lets you transition straight into Awakening with ground lifting. Okay. Damn. Ash and Megu? Well, let's see what Suck Valk is doing. Suck Valkyrie, we focused on improving usability of Prime Shining Dash now in small scale fights. Now in small scale fights, opponents will have to be more cautious about exposing openings. Prime Shining Dash can now be activated independently without the needing of Shield Chase, making it harder for opponents to predict your moves. When used up close, it will stop the dash and instantly apply stiffness and KD effects. This allows Valkyrie players to swiftly seize openings and combos and combo their skills effectively. Alright guys, time to play Suck Valk. Let's go. Kidding. I have no idea about Suck Valk. There's no chance I'm going to be learning that anytime soon. Awakening Dark Knight. Hey Mo, it's your bait. Awakening Dark Knight is shift. Wait, do you still play Dark Knight? That was like a long ass time ago. I don't know what you play. Awakening Dark Knight is shifting to utilize knockdown more often in PvP combos rather than floating. Previously, most Awakening skills applied floating, which limited the amount of PvP damage you could chain in a single combo. By switching to knockdown, you'll be able to extend your combos and increase your damage output in PvP. Wow. Still loyal to that bitch? Hey, me too. Dark Knights, rise up. Look at that. Represent. All right. Might have to tag a Dark Knight soon. I always wanted to do some PvP on Awakening. Would be nice to learn that. Maybe I can actually do something for once. Probably not. I need to like find a proper PvPer and have them like just set my build right. They tell me that my gear score is enough to kill people with higher gear. Then let me figure that out. Well, no, and let someone figure that out for me. Awakening Lan. So with Awakening Lan, improvements have been made so you won't have to solely rely on soul raid to pressure your enemies. You'll now have additional ways to strike at their weak points. If you succeed in exploiting an opening, the CC effects have been adjusted so you can follow up with even more attacks. Similar to a previous update involving eradication, using Bloody Stride into Deadly Dance now retains some movement speed while giving you extra chances to attack enemies who've been knocked down. After Primrose Sprint, you can now combo into Airborne Smash. What the fuck is Airborne Smash? Making it easier for Lan to dodge incoming blows and exploit enemies openings. In addition, flailing blades, which previously had limited use outside its buff effect, has now been enhanced to getting part of Furious Chase's CC effect transferred to it, allowing you to threaten openings without having to close a distance. Huh. Full AP glass cannon, pretty fun. Manga. Play classes 2025. Play 2025 classes. Yeah, I guess. Previously, Awakening Guardian could combo skills faster using quick slots than with manual controls. We've now improved manual controls so you can combo skills just as quickly, no matter how you play. Hey, guys, Awakening Guardian's fixed for PvP. There you go. You're welcome. Archer for PvP damage has been overly concentrated in a few skills, such as Earthshatter, Sunfall, and Covering Fire. We've rebalanced PvP across more skills to create a fair distribution. Okay, good for them. Scholar added 15% attack speed for 15 seconds on Gravity Anchor. God damn it. Dosa, Awakening Dosa can now support allies through elements generate, and on top of that, he also wields ranged damage strong enough to rival other ranged classes. To keep things balanced, we've made some adjustments to PvP damage. Aww. Now he's not rivaling shit. Alright. Deadeye. Deadeye's Little Devil skill used to deal excessively high PvP damage from longer distances, so we've reduced its power. While Little Devil is still stronger than revolver or shotgun skills, its ability to inflict high damage from beyond an opponent's view distance in large-scale fights has been toned down. Fair? No. Look at that. No mention of Mystic, of course. 10 challenger battle location. Oh. Oh well, that's the patch notes there. That's something. All right, chat. Let's go on to part 2. Let me start off my fishing here. Why am I in a party with myself? Leave. Okay, fishing. Turn that on. Do this. Do that. Tinfoil hat for the win. Take out the pets. Put that on. Let's see the durability. What the fuck? Already down to 775. Oh, so painful. No, that's about right. Okay. Okay. What do we got? So, there we go. So what do you think about this, chat? Apparently, this is a game called Architect Land of Exiles. This is the first gameplay, new action MMORPG like Final Fantasy in Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh. Yeah, of course. Let me switch to my headset. I know the resound and stuff gets a bit annoying. Apologies. The 2 giant speakers here. It's just the nature of the situation. Wrong side, of course. I have to change my battery. I always forget to turn it off. And then if I set the auto timer, auto timeout setting, then it starts turning off at like stupid times. Like when I'm using it, like it could be smart enough to turn off when I'm not using it, but no, we don't do that. Angel! Oh great, a giant tower breaking apart. Where have we seen that before? In a lot of games. Akaven? Nah, just go. Valia Beach. Do I need to turn on subtitles for this? Auto translate. Alright guys, which language are we translating to? Kidding. Will you still be the same? Maybe. What the fuck? Is it? Put on some pants, woman. Maybe she is wearing pants. It's just skin colored. I don't know. Yep. She is wearing pants, guys. It was a bait. She is wearing pants. Chill out. Hey, look. He has a funny looking chocobo. Why did you drop your book? I'm not seeing any gameplay, by the way. I was told this was gameplay. That looks fun. Damn. Hyper beam. Okay, I do see the Final Fantasy aesthetics of this. Water balloon attack. Okay, maybe these are actual skills and stuff, so... If so, I'm not too impressed. I saw the ranger skills and stuff. It was a bit rough. Let's see. I think, yeah, they do show some gameplay later in the video. All right, we'll just hold our breath. That looks clunky. I like gliders. I'm okay with other games copying that. Let us fly, be free. Kidnapper! Save the damsel hero! Now, if they suddenly came out and said this is a VR game, then I'd be interested. Why aren't there any good VR MMORPGs? I just don't know. She fell down in solo. Anywhere from 3 to 5. Some days is worse than others, Mo. But usually on average 3 to 5, something like that. 5 on a good night, 3 on an average night. Not night, sorry. I go 24 hours. I'm talking about in 24 hours. Hey, that construct has no mouth. How is it screaming? Unless one of these tiny holes or tiny cracks could actually be the mouth. See? It just like roared out. Where is that air coming out from? These are the kind of realism things that I look for in a game. Without that, how do you expect me to immerse myself in this, huh? Yeah, we're seeing this nice camera pan around the side. Meanwhile, these guys, like 15 FPS right here. Maybe even 10. There's some sort of siege going on, I guess. I don't know. 3 months later, you'll have probably 5% of this numbers. Nobody interrupt him now. It's gonna mess up the whole sequence. Nice visuals. Wow, scenery. Maps do look nice. What BDO wanted to be during the Belag Desert days. Yeah, that's scenic wise, it does look nice. All right, boys, fire up the 5090s. Get ready for this game. Oh, he fell in water. That means he's dead, according to some games. What's this game? It's called Architect? Land of Exiles. The action combat. Character creation. Come on, get into the gameplay. You promised. What are they, tagged or something? What was that sequence supposed to mean? Water balloon attack. Gasp. She froze time and started yapping. Now it's time to bargain for your life. Serve me, fool. Or you get shot in the balls with a hyper beam. He said no. She took mobile game. All that. All that. All that. First thing I see is this. A very mobile UI. I don't know if it's a mobile game, but it looks like it. Look at the UI. Hey guys, what's up, man? Another KR pay to win game? Of course. Every MMORPG is pay to win.
10명이 잡아야 되는 걸로 봐서는 뭔가 좀 더 열심히 뭘 피하면서 근데 제가 이런 게임 아가지만 이게 다
It looks like they're playing at 25 FPS on this screen alone. I'm sorry, but most mobile games now are actually running pretty damn well. This looks kind of slow. Maybe it's a PC client or something. I don't know.
전조가 있네 약간 그죠. 뭔가 한다 나 뭐 한다.
Oh wait, this guy's not a gamer. What's he saying? That's really cool. First of all, it looks like 10 people have to catch it. It seems like they have to work a little harder to avoid something, but I'm not a gamer, but this is all foreshadowing. A little bit. Yeah. Do something. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god. That number, look at the combat text. It's literally Final Fantasy 14 style. They're at least they knew which aesthetic they were going for. So it looks like a more like a action combat version of Final Fantasy. Why are you running into it? Oh, okay. They're trying to catch the updraft so they can catch it. I think you're in the wrong tornado, dude. Go in the brown one. Go in the brown one. I can see it right here. Hold on. Turn the camera. Right there. I see these tornado things. Maybe he's supposed to go in there, but no, he's coming in here getting clapped. Ah. Yo, killed him? I bet he died there. They cut away from it. I bet he died. He pulled all these mobs. He's gonna just one tap him. All his skills are pretty much on cooldown. Except a few. Now he's stuck. And they cut away from it. Hey, I play mobile games. I mean, no secret about that. So I can see myself trying it, but honestly, I can't put in a lot of hours in a mobile game. It needs to have a PC client. It needs to play well, and it needs to not be pay to win. It needs to be fun. It's like, I feel like a game should be designed on the PC, based around the PC, and then if you want to, release a mobile client just to add like flexibility for players. But it's like, yeah, never seen anything like it before. I've seen many. At least a half a dozen in this past couple years, or even a year. No, the aesthetic and everything, they took a lot of it, a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy 14. Why are you checking out the underside of your mount, bro? This cameraman does not understand the assignment. Yeah, can we see it in lowest optimal, please? I'd like to know how I would be viewing this game. So looks like they're doing a flight test. This game clearly has some form of flying in terms of with the glider. Looks like it. Gave no indication of it. Let me see. Upcoming blockbuster MMORPG Architect Land of Exiles, marking a major milestone ahead of the title's launch later this year. The MMORPG massive online roleplay, aiming for photorealistic graphics and seamless open world experience to remind you of Final Fantasy. Chrono Odyssey. You do not want to add this name in here. That game is barely out of alpha. Why are we taking inspiration from it? Hey, this guy's, it's probably just this guy's description. Anyway. See, they haven't said anything in this description about mobile. Coming to PC only in Korea? Oh, they mean like it's coming to PC, but only in Korea. It's no global release. Well, like, so yeah, they probably has it's probably a mobile game with a PC client rather than the other way around. Oh. I prefer games to be built on PC and then ported to mobile. I'm okay with that. You see a lot better results with it. What I see in the last 10 years, most of the players are happy to pay for stuff in game, but it's getting out of hand, like $50 packs for boosters and stuff. Yeah. I'm happy to pay for cool stuff in a game I like. Like, you come up with like a new skin or something, and it's a game I'm playing every day. Hell yeah. I'm down, but then it's like always the infinite currency, always the RNG gacha, enhancing, endless progression. It's like, oh, it's a good business model. We're gonna be able to, they can constantly be spending money every month. It's like, oh, fuck off.
되는데요. 단순히 화려한 외형을 추구하는 것이 아니라 게임의 세계관에 완벽하게 녹아들 수 있도록 마지막 한 땀까지 심혈을 기울였습니다.
Pour their heart and soul into every last detail to ensure that it blends perfectly into the game's worldview. As a result, Architect's characters was not something we wanted to play as if it was just something that could catch your eye and heart. We wanted to recreate the joy of exploring the continent of we and discovering hidden treasures like we first encountered MMORPGs. And that's a genuine thing to do. It's just that this is a mobile game, sir. To recreate that experience of exploring the continents and discovering hidden treasures, you should do it on a PC with a big screen. Not on a tiny little one like this. Our goal is to provide a truly immersive experience of the world where you feel like you're truly alive and breathing. From puzzles and architectures that require wisdom rather than brute force. Fuck, I hate those. Challenges you can glide and fly through the sky. I like those. Design every moment to be fulfilled with enjoyment. Each one has a different reward. And these aren't bad ideas, I must say. I mean, like, these are all, genuinely nice things to do in an MMORPG. It's rather the glaring giant elephant in the room that is a mobile game. And there's nothing wrong with mobile games. Like, I like mobile games. I play mobile games. But if you're trying to go for this, like this high level MMORPG, it has to be done on PC. That should be the focus. You should be showing a clean PC UI. And then for the mobile, you can have a different looking UI. I don't know what's this obsession is. Like, if we have a mobile port, we have to have the same UI. So then they end up making it for mobile look like mobile, even on PC. And then right now, that's kind of like the fashion style of it. It's like, no, keep it different. You have a separate client. Give the PC a better, a PC-oriented UI. Make it something appealing to a PC gamer. And just have a separate one for the mobile. The problem with mobile devices is, like, a lot of companies, they start monetizing it like it's a mobile game. Like, mobile games have traditionally been monetized. Heavy gacha, heavy RNG, swipe, swipe, swipe. A bunch of microtransactions. Buy this pack, buy that pack. It's like, I think players are fatigued with that. If you're going to pour so much time and effort into a game and get it to this stage, monetize it properly so that it can be successful on a global stage. So it brings you brand and prestige. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know how they're going to monetize it. Maybe they are monetizing it better than most games, but just the fact that, I saw all these amazing visuals, this cutscenes and stuff look really nice and exciting and beautiful. And then the first scene I see is a mobile client. Mobile UI. It's like, wow. Come on.
협력하는 플레이를 유도하여 이름에 걸맞게 더욱 강력한 몬스터가 등장하는데요. 대범람이 진행되기 전 클리어된 범람의 규모에 따라
They're doing something
난이도와
open world.
보상의 수준도 함께
Look at how all these players, now this is the actual gameplay, guys. Look at how everyone is just standing still. I mean, I get it. In PvE, you don't really need to be moving around zigzagging and stuff, but it's like, when you think action combat, what do you think? You think Black Desert, the gold standard, the king of action MMORPGs, right? No other MMO has implemented better combat than this. So you take it as a standard. And then it's like, oh, it's action combat. The only action combat part is probably the aiming, where you're aiming with a crosshair. But, I'd like to see more gameplay of it. Hopefully, I think this actual footage was on PC. Looking at the keybinds and everything, it does PC keybinds here, but the UI just immediately just threw me off, right? I mean, tell me if I'm being a bit too harsh there. I really wish they did that differently, but yeah. What happened to subtitles? Did it stop giving me subtitles? There we go.
초등학교 소풍 갔을 때 많이 했던 건데 보물찾기.
아, 파쿠르. 야, 이거 우주 최초. 야, 이렇게.
I feel like everyone's acting. I would not have been excited to find something up there, something this and that. But I guess like they want you to go and collect things in the open world and explore the game too for objectives and stuff.
마을의 지도를 이렇게 외우는 게 아니라 보물 상자를 찾으면서 자연스럽게
You naturally explore like this while looking for treasure chests. I hope that isn't a big emphasis, because that kind of intrigue wears off quickly. Oh, she did a puzzle. Looks like she solved it. So it was a bit confusing, the position. What? Oh, they're all just trying different puzzles. I like these kind of things. I like puzzles and jumping puzzles. I like flying puzzles. It does break up the monotony. WoW did a really good job with their quests like over the years. I remember back in the day of like Kata and stuff. It was very mundane. It's like every once in a while you'll have something that does some unique mechanic, but then for the most part it's just going, killing this, killing that, turning in, talking. And then like nowadays in modern days for them, they throw in a lot of different things. You're controlling this machine, you're flying like this, you're controlling this this robot, and you're doing this. It's like they variated enough, you know. I like them trying out these things. I certainly don't mind doing these kind of puzzle stuff. Depends on how it's executed. You go into a dungeon ready to throw down with a boss and it tells you to sit down and do a puzzle, then we're gonna have problems. It's like if it's action combat, there's got to be like some mobility around. It's not just action combat isn't just about how you aim. Like I'm looking at a lot of these characters throwing out skills and stuff, right? They feel very stationary. Oh, they're probably gonna get into it here, looks like. Give them a second. Yeah, they're just standing still, pressing buttons. Then it's like, what does it matter if it's tab target or action combat? Are we so opposed to pressing a button to tab? Whoa. There we go. I don't know. Whoa! Now that was exciting. Did you guys see that? The mount actually mantled onto the little cart. Look at this. Watch this. Boom! Oh, that's the highlight of this video. Haven't seen that in the other games. Other MMORPGs. What happened? Stop responding. It's like, you know what? You don't get to watch this.
근데 이 사람 누구예요? 이 사람 있는데? 이거 임신 가능 암살자. 팀이 아니잖아.
Okay. I think that's about it for this one. You know, since I'm a mobile gamer, I do play mobile games quite often enough. So like for me, I don't see it as a bad thing. Like, hey, it's a mobile game. That's what it is. I just don't want them to misrepresent it. I don't know if this person who put up this video is affiliated to them or anything. I just hope they don't misrepresent it. I'm always playing some sort of mobile game. A few months ago, I was playing Moo. I know, the faces do look a bit weird. I agree. Like, I was playing Moo for a few months. I had a lot of fun. I had a nice guild there. We, you know, even though it was a silly little game, we had a good time. Now I'm still playing Ragnarok Mobile on my phone here. You know, still play it every day. But it's just very little things. I just like grind, then I do my daily dungeon stuff. And you don't even need to do them. If you do it, clear it once in a week, and then you can just auto clear it with a click of a button. You only have to do the next level and next level, so progressing. But if you have to repeat, it doesn't force you to repeat it. It's okay. It's something to keep me preoccupied, and I don't mind mobile games. I like mobile games, but yeah, I just hope they market it correctly. They monetize it in a decent manner, but we'll see. We'll see. I never even heard of that game. I'm not like holding my breath for it or anything. uh cool. Let's see, what is this comment from somebody? Oh, he's got something here. Let me pull it up. This was my Ion Ascenda review video. So someone commented, "This is a dead game by design. The original Ion was beautiful because of its living, believable world." I don't know, believable, but I think I know what he means. I think it's like there's life at every stage of the game. You could run and point on any map, and there were people always doing something, gathering resources, completing quests, PvPing. Low players were constantly forming groups in chat to complete story quests. Sometimes people would even team up for simple quests simply because enemy players had invaded the territory and you're running alone, and running alone was dangerous. I'm talking about the early level zones, not the end game maps. I just want to say that the life was everywhere on every level. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see this as the Ascend, and Csoft's intention was to turn 80% of the maps into offline zones, and you quickly run through and finally start spending money on the PvP gear. I mean, I'm gonna have to agree. I mean, like, the beauty of Ion was that, you know, there was life at every stage. At every stage of the game, you know, you'd be out there, you know, doing stuff. Like, it's not just, hey, run through, level up in a couple hours, and then you're on to the next map. It's like every dungeon that you're running, it's like you'd be forming parties even in the early game. Like, a lot of games, like, you'd skip out on those early dungeons because no one's there to do them. I mean, that's just like a launch thing, and then afterwards, like, no one's ever around to do those dungeons, so it's just dead content. Whereas for Ion, like, you know, farming Fire Temple and stuff is like, you know, you're out there farming for your weapon, your main weapon. You'd even stay there for like a week just doing that every day until you got it. It's like, it was a beautiful game. I mean, I don't know if like games, it's a rather that we're older now. Maybe a lot of us don't have the same amount of time or something. Our patience has changed or something. Like, or it's just the game companies. They're just not putting in the time to build up the world, because it took a lot of work for them to build up that much potential life there in the game, because they have to first have the content for us to go and enjoy the content, right? So it's like, absolutely, I understand that, you know. It's something I miss as well. New game coming? There's always a new game coming. It's just some trailer we saw. It's basically MMORPG. Looks like it has a mobile UI, so it probably has a mobile client as well as PC. Graphics in the cutscenes and everything looked great, and it looks okay in the actual game. It just looks pretty standard. It looks very mobile game like. I feel like this is all mobile game graphics. Let's see if there's any comments. Who's Ezio? Let's see. Looks visually stunning, but I really hope they don't fall into the usual trap Korean MMOs love. Cluttered UI, 47 currencies, and a tutorial that feels like a tax audit. Recent MMORPGs have been all flash, no soul. If Architect Land of Exiles wants to stand out, it needs clarity, meaningful progression, and combat that actually feels good. Fingers crossed this isn't just another pretty disappointment. True. I mean, listen, when it comes to games, like, we'll all have different visions and hopes for a game. What everyone can, you know, in unison hope for and hope together is that they make a good game. Like, it can be different. It can be something we don't usually like, but at the end of the day, if it's executed well, like, for example, they make you run through a main story quest line, build up the characters, put a good story in, make it so that we want to sit there and watch the cutscene and not just skip through. Everything is like just so in MMORPG is like such a common trope that a lot of things are poorly written, but then there's games which actually write a good story. Final Fantasy, Guild Wars 2, that they can actually tell a story, and they know that it's their main draw, that's their superpower, like, for those companies to actually tell a story. Like, you know, for years I would follow the WoW story even when I wasn't playing the game. So even if it's like a game that's not looking hype or something, if they can tell a good story, that goes a long way. But when it comes to stories, it's not just us sitting there and reading. We don't want to read. We want to see some good cutscenes with meaningful events happening. and characters being built up. I think that's one thing is common in a lot of games where they tell a good story. You see character progression in the story as well. So it's like, we'll see. Right now, it just looks like a standard MMORPG mobile game. Probably has pay to win stuff, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, every game RPG is pay to win. It's about the degree, and these mobile games usually have a lot of infinite mechanics that we have to swipe into. Korean Trap was probably aimed at their own market as a priority. And since they liked it, a lot of others ended up following the same pattern. Tax audit, diabolical but not wrong. Tax audit is spot on, dude. That's the first time I'm hearing that, but it's very accurate. Mobile UI, casting skills, lock your movement, pass. Korean MMOs need to be more creative. Sick of this copy paste BS. Yeah, that's what I noticed. The characters were standing still way too much. It will be a great mobile game MMO as long as it's not pay to win. That is, every MMO is pay to win, my friend. It's about the degree of pay to win. It's about having fun content. That content that we'd log in every day and do for 2 to 3 hours. Oh, easier said than done though. Pretty MMOs, but yes, so was the last couple failed MMOs. Everything else needs to be as good. Yeah, true. Assassin's Creed Hood and Sacred from Monster Hunter Wilds. Throne Liberty and Chrono Odyssey had a child. Key details release October 22nd, 2025. PC and mobile. Region South Korea. Hard pass. Rating your excitement until we get more info on the business model. If it's PvP to win, then it's dead on arrival. Yeah, anyway, I think I've seen enough. I don't really see anything crazy going on. Just footage that came across my YouTube feed. All right, let me fire up Warborne. I want to tell you guys about the pay to win there. Kind of want to just make this video more of the informational thing. I'm not really wrecking on the game or anything like that. Game is what it is. It's not a bad game. It's a Zerg versus Zerg game. Is, you know, designed for it. You know, not bad, but do want to just inform people on how the pay to win functions in case anyone in the future wants to play it. They will have a reference to what it looks like. All right, so this is Warborne. I was waiting for it for like a good month when I first heard about it. It's been out for about 6 days now. It's a pretty solid launch, I'd say. No major queues. Maps were all working fine. It was pretty smooth. I didn't have any issues there, and for the most part, you know, the game's been working as intended, as they intended. In terms of how the game functions, it's very much oriented around large-scale PvP. You see these colors, each of these little shapes here, sections here are, you know, individual maps. They're all connected together. And yeah, you see a lot of details here. Don't fret too much about it. Each color means it's been conquered by a faction. This main area is here, 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 and here. There's 6 factions. Each one has its own color. They have their own name. I don't know their names. But, you know, we just call each other by their colors. So we call, like, that side green, this side teal, that one blue, this is orange. So that's how we usually refer to each other, by the colors. But anyway, the whole point of it is to conquer territory and work your way down here to the center. And then eventually we'll break through and, you know, one faction will conquer the center one. And that's kind of like the main goal here, the main focus. So like every day there's 2 wars, and during wartime is when you can actually attack these bases and conquer. And in between the war times, we're doing all sorts of objectives, gathering these things called orbs and putting it into these main forts and stuff to power them up. And we actually took ghost water from them. So this was actually a green territory, and we took it from the other faction. So I think that was the first territory that turned over for us. So that's great. That's great. So you see this little zone here. The map updates like pretty good in real time. So this means there's PvP going on. Even if it's just one player attacking one player, this icon pops up, so other people start flocking to it, and that in turn generates more PvP. Let me see if I can find a zone where, you know, we can see a blob, what a blob looks like. It's really late and the war just ended, so I don't think any blobs are forming. But basically what you would see, if there's more PvP going on there. Yeah, I don't think I see any blobs right now. From where I'm at anyway. So basically what you would see is a circle. Like if you saw an orange circle, that means there's a lot of orange players in that one area. If you saw a green circle, that's a lot of green faction members in a single area. So that's kind of like a tell to see if there's a Zerg coming your way and stuff. So, you know, they did some cool stuff I haven't seen before in other games and stuff. So pretty nice. So let's talk about the pay to win. So here's how it works. So yes, this place has an auction house. This auction house is where you can buy and sell stuff to other players. You can't sell everything. To see if an item can be sold on the auction house, there's a little icon here. So if this is lit up, that means it can go on the auction house like this one. So when you come here, of course, this is one of those games. This is going to use pay to win currency in order to buy stuff from the auction house. And in order to buy stuff as a free-to-play player, you got to first sell stuff. Everything in terms of weapons, only legendary weapons that are gold tier weapons can be sold here. Same for armors. And in terms of purple stuff, you know, the purple is the easier to obtain stuff. You can sell these blueprints. So there's the legendary blueprints and there's the purple ones. You can sell them. But don't be fooled by these prices. They're all pretty cheap. So it's very hard to actually save up money. But it's not to say it's impossible, but these are really valuable things for you. So if you're selling these, that means you're not going to be able to use them for yourself. So anyway, in terms of how you're going to be utilizing the pay to win, right? So, you know, this is infinite currency. You buy items off the marketplace with that currency. How do you get it? You swipe for it. Either you sell items and other people buy it, or you come here and you swipe it. I bought this $20 pack just to, you know, give me some nice things to play with. And I also it comes with the 30-day subscription card. So, you know, there is a subscription. So what this does is every day it gives you this little bonus thing. Plus it gives, you know, it can have an RNG item. Like I got a legendary blueprint out of that. That's where I got my money from. So, and there's also these bonus stats and stuff. Let me hide my camera so I can just read it out for you. Well, I don't want to actually sit there and read it. You guys could read it yourself, but it's just a nice little perks to have. Not mandatory, but nice to have. One thing I noticed though is the auction house fees. So it's cutting down the Starfall token trading house sales transaction fee and 50% of the Solar Bright. That's the pay to win currency auction house sales transaction fee. So it's actually pretty noticeable, I guess. And considering how difficult it is to earn that currency, I think that is a bit hard. But you know, not every game is designed for free to play players, and these are pretty expensive. Look at this spear. Fucking 1.5 million for one spear. This used to be like 300k, but as more people buy this, it goes up. This is not a pay to win currency, but of course there is ways to convert that. So you can see in a lot of games, this is your standard currency, like silver, for example. This is another currency here. This is Eclipsium. This is used to buy drifters. Drifters are characters. Like I'm currently using Overdrive as this guy. This character here, he has his own class skill and stuff. And you know, the way builds work in this game is two things. You have your drifter and you have the gear. Gear, like in Albion, it gives you a skill. Depending on the gear you equip, is the skills you have. So different drifters, there's 3 different stats, and different drifters orient better or synergize better with different type of gameplay, you know. And based on that, based on the gear set that you choose and equip, that's going to bring up your build. So on the drifter side, you buy it with Eclipsium. I had like 7,000 something. I bought a couple of drifters myself. I bought Varnax. I bought Mole. And, you know, they come through in a little cycle. So like for the next 10 hours, we'll have these 3. And then the next 3 that are coming in are these 3. I'm kind of hoping for this guy. I've been waiting for this guy. He looks pretty cool. I like his effect. But this currency here, you can buy, you can earn by playing the game. I've earned like 7,000 something just playing the game, going through the pass and everything. the faction pass and everything, and it rewards you little by little, and it adds up over time. However, you can, of course, pay to win. You click materials from your inventory here, you'll see all your currencies. If you see Eclipsium, press the plus button, and you can convert Solar Bright, that is the pay to win currency in a 1-to-1 ratio, over to that. And Solar Bright you buy with cash. So here's a few forms of pay to win here. So firstly, there is a 30-day game pass. That is your subscription. Then you have the premium pass for your faction pass. So this is basically the battle pass. And then in between you see the ones designated as free. Those are for everyone. That's just a free to play one that you get by default. And then everything in between is the premium one. So a lot of stuff comes through there. So yeah. My 7K did a lot of it was influenced for that. So sorry about that. I didn't just get it from playing. I also paid for the $20 pack. So in terms of yeah, so every month you're gonna be getting the faction pass. You're gonna get the premium faction pass. You've got the 30-day subscription buff, and then you have the pay to win currency, which allows you to buy stuff from the auction house. See, there are legendary weapons already here. You know, if you're a pay to win player, you can buy those immediately. If you're a non-pay to win player, you know, in 15 days on the daily login is where you'll get your first choice of legendary blueprints. Otherwise, you're going to be hard pressed to find these. You can get them from buying them from the auction house here, or, you know, from there. I don't know if they drop directly, but legendary items do drop from rifts and stuff. So they're like dungeons in this game, which anyone can do. I got like one item and it's like a low tier. It's only tier 5 and it didn't sell. So it's like kind of shit, but it is very difficult to get legendaries, and a full build is going to have you, you know, here's what you can equip in this game. Hide my camera for a sec. Weapon, helmet, chest, boots. So a full build, you know, some builds use literally 4 legendary items, and each of these legendaries have their own effect, and naturally legendaries are going to be stronger and better than purples. So bring the camera back. So in turn, a pay to win player can come in and buy straight up the best things right off the rip. Just the nature of it. That's just how it is. Can a free to play player catch up to that? Difficult. It'll take a lot of time, and as you know, this is a season. Well, you probably don't know. Let me explain it. This is going to be a seasonal based game. So all the progress you get in terms of your armors and stuff, you know, some things will carry over with your account progression, but you know, all the money you have, all the currency you have, that all's going to reset, and you know, this whole map will reset and stuff after the season's over. So in short, yes, this game is pay to win. Now, can a free-to-play player enjoy it? Sure. I use weak stuff. Normally, I run around with my purple spear, but I showed you how expensive it is. So when I'm going around doing PvE stuff, farming some money, I just carry some weak stuff. Things that I can afford to lose. So as a free-to-play player, you're going to have a much more difficult time getting those legendaries, but it's not impossible to get those. If you're in a guild, there is a little workaround. So if someone has the legendary blueprints and they've unlocked that in their equipment training menu, so that means they had 5 blueprints and they unlocked it here. So they can buy it straight from the NPC. So unlocking gear here, sorry, I should have explained this before, but I'm trying to focus on the pay to win aspect here. Unlocking gear on this, like unlocking the blues, easy. Purples, okay, decently. But legendaries, once you do unlock it, you can come here and you can sell these. You can buy these, and then you can go and post them on the auction house. Not the purples, not the blues, only the golds, the legendaries. I don't know if it's called legendary, is it? Maybe, I don't know. I've been calling it that. Let's just stick with that. So anyway, they can sell it like that. So what people do in like guilds and stuff, or if you have a homie, what they'll do is they'll be able to kind of sell it to you specifically. So what you do is you put up a buy order for that, and then you put like a obscure number here, and you'd be able to like kind of, you know, you put it for like 1 and stuff, and then like you'd be able to like one way or another like find out which one is your homies, and you just fill their order specifically. So like when you're selling an item, you don't have to sell it to the best price, you can pick whichever one. So there is a little bit of a way. I don't know the exact method on it, but people do it. I see it in my guild, and they're able to share with others and sell copies of it. And what they do in return is, whatever that person spent to sell it to you, like the cost to buy it off the NPC there, they'll refund them there by selling them one of these. Let's see, where I should have one of these, or a few of these. Sorry, a few of these little chests which has the currency in it. So these can be sold there. So there is a little way to get around it. It's not impossible, but it is kind of difficult unless you have like a guild who's willing to do it for you and help you out there. It does get a bit unrealistic for a free-to-play player. Not impossible, but there are ways to get it. And of course, once you get through the 15-day mark and more people have this free one, that means when they die, they drop it. So you can get it from killing people as well. It'll be more common on the auction house, I'd assume, and hopefully the prices will be cheaper. So is it the worst? No. Is it the best monetization? No, it's not. At the end of the day, it is a pay-to-win game, but there's a lot of people in my guild who are purely free-to-play, haven't spent a dime, and they are, in the most dominant guild in this faction and doing great and having a lot of fun, all that stuff. So, it's not unplayable. It's certainly not unplayable. There are some builds just using purples can do really well. And at the end of the day, this is an MMORPG. You're not meant to play alone. It's not about the 1v1s. You can run around with a group. You can go and run around with a few homies and go and gank people and still have fun. So, like an MMORPG, it's about perspective on how pay to win you're willing to tolerate. So this is quite pay to win in terms of just being able to buy your stuff. But listen, you drop your stuff when you die. Like depending on the tier of the map, you can drop one item, you can drop two, but you will drop something when you die. So if you buy a legendary weapon, you can drop it when you die. You gotta be careful. As well as you can earn that legendary from killing people as well. So yeah, it is pay to win, but it's not impossible for a free-to-play player to get by. Homies in a guild can sell you these items just for the regular currency you get from farming in the game, just to be nice and help you out. Won't cause them any loss, and maybe you even tip them a little bit. But yeah, in terms of the drifters, you have to just pick a build and pick a drifter that you like and save up your Eclipsium to get it. I don't think, at least I don't think we'll have enough Eclipsium to buy every single one free to play, but you should be able to buy multiple, comfortably. You need 3 drifters for a loadout. That means once I upgrade this to the maximum, to the tier 9, a drift mark is your base, which controls your account progression. So ideally you need 3 drifters. That's your full loadout. So you don't need to buy all of them to be competitive. You just need the 3 that you're going to be building and using in your build. So yeah, is the game pay to win? Yes. Is it oppressively so that you can't have fun? No, I don't think so. It is quite pay to win in that sense, but once again, these gears aren't permanent. The season will eventually reset, and you do drop gear. You do have guildies who can help you out and friends who can help you out. Like I said, like in 15 days, we all get this blueprint. You can have a group of friends. You can all pick a different gear, and then you can funnel each other the gears that way. I don't know if it's against the TOS or anything, if they intended that to be like that, but you can funnel each other the gears that way, and I'll have a set of legendary gears just being free to play together. Like, there's some finessing you can do with that. I don't need to tell you to be, for you guys to be creative, but bottom line, yes, these are the pay to win methods. On the cash shop, really quick, you can buy the currency. You have the different packs. You have a drifter here only on the cash shop. I don't really see her on too many builds, so she's not like stupidly OP or anything, but she is exclusive to the cash shop from what it looks like right now. Maybe they'll put her into regular rotation eventually. But yeah, I mean, there's these packs. A lot of this is just cosmetic. This is currency. Others is just cosmetic. But yeah, they give you a 6-month pass in this one. 6-month subscription pass. And everything else is just cosmetic and currency. So I told you guys how the currency works. You can buy stuff on the auction house, and you can infinitely convert that. Well, I say infinite, but as much currency as you want. You can convert it into Eclipsium to buy drifters as well. And there's also this little store here which sells you items and stuff for that Eclipsium. So these are things that essentially you're buying with cash shop currency as well. So purple blueprints, which are probably just cheaper to buy directly from the auction house. These data fragment things to unlock gears. Battle scars. These are basically progression items for the individual, your individual drifters and weapons and stuff. It's just another progression system. So all in all, that's the gist of it. Yes, pay to win, but it's not impossibly pay to win that you can't have fun, in my opinion. Not the best monetization, but not the worst either. Even if you ignore the auction house entirely, I still think you can still play and have fun. You just have to be a bit creative in how you're going to get around the legendary issue. Anyway, that's my TED Talk. Thanks for coming. How to farm chest easily? Which chest are you talking about? Are you talking about this currency chest that I was talking about, or... I was streaming! That's the same thing as recording, Mo. This one? Is this where you're talking about, deck? Or do you mean like open world chests that just spawn all the time? So like a free-to-play player, they can go around just kill mobs and get drops. And then, you know, with that drops, you get this currency to spawn rifts, which are like dungeons. And you can like expose that rift to other players where they can come and invade it and you can PvP them, but for more rewards. Or you can keep it hidden and have less rewards. And you could, like, as a free-to-play player, be out there grinding and hustling and farm up and eventually, you know, save up shit. So it's not impossible. If you want to just put in time and grind, you can and still progress. And provided you need to be in a guild for this. This is a guild game. This is a Zerg game. It is very important that you are in a notable guild. At least the best one you can get into. Yo, hold up. Where the fuck did my drift mark go? Did they destroy it? What the fuck? Not my drift mark, my nomad station. See? That was there. Could have swore I dropped mine here. Somewhere. I think it might have got destroyed. No! Yeah, it was destroyed. No! Those things are expensive. That's like 6.2k exergy. It's just currency that farms passively. Oh well. E is what it is. That's just how it goes. To farm gold? Oh yeah. So like currency, in-game currency. These chests like spawn periodically. You'll see a timer when it gets close to them spawning, like this one. This one's already up. So these are all around. These kind of ones, this different icon. This is just a supply crate. It just spawns and you just loot it. Multiple people can be there and loot it at the same time. But yeah, and there's also these things. This icon is, oh, this is an example of a blob I was mentioning. So there's enough of my faction players there gathered together, so it shows up on the map so everyone can see it. So if an enemy blob wants to hunt people down, an enemy group wants to hunt people down, they'll know where they are, as well as you can see them coming if there is a Zerg coming your way. So this thing is like a rift, so you can open that up from your rift scanner here. You just use this currency here, these little things called echo shards. These you get from farming mobs and doing those supply crates that I mentioned earlier. By doing this, you open up this dungeon and it also drops loot, and that's where I got one of the legendary boots drop from. So higher the tier, better the rewards. And you usually do this with like a group and stuff once you get to the higher areas, higher tiers. So you do it together. So yeah, you can like just infinitely farm pretty much all day as a free-to-play player. And if you're in a big guild, you can, you know, help each other out with getting legendary. So there are ways around it. Pay to win, yes, but it's not oppressively so that a free-to-play player doesn't have ways around it. It's just not direct, but doable. All right, chat, that's it for me here. That's all I had planned tonight. Oh, I'll have more stuff planned for tomorrow. Any questions before we call it a night here? Let's see. I didn't claim that because I didn't want to use that yet. Same thing here. This is the PvP battle pass, and he gives like this legendary stuff for your drifter to make them stronger. Didn't claim that either. Why is it popping this up? Anyway. All right, guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Good night.
I can find the pieces from our past. I guess I must have left where we fell in love. Yeah, we were burning bright and fast. I should have known it was not enough. And you got all the best and left me none. You got all the best and I got nothing. After all the shit that we went through, got you showing up your heart. This is how we talk when your walls are falling. This is what it means when your heart is falling. This is how it feels when your love is burning. This is how, yeah, this is how.
Later, Mo.